Hi guys. That sounds about as awful as I think it does. Let me explain to you what this is. I look awful. I know I do. Don't try to sugarcoat it. You guys are way too nice to me sometimes. I look awful. So Sunday started a sore throat, like achy, not really sore. And then it got sore as the day progressed. Yesterday was probably the worst I've ever felt. I tried to film for you guys, but I couldn't do it. This is the Wednesday video, but usually I film them on Monday. I'm filming it Tuesday today. To have a video out for you guys. I feel like a bus hit me. I have the worst headache. I have a barking cough. I have the worst. And this is all caused by my allergies. I literally should make a video on my allergy journey for you guys because it's insane. Like, it keeps getting worse every year. I don't even get sick anymore. Like colds or like the flu or whatever. I don't get any of that. I get allergies that make me sound like I have the flu. So, we're going to read the next creepypasta for today, which is blankmouse.avi. I can't say the actual title because that's a word you can't say on YouTube. So I'll call it SMouse. SMouse.avi. So do any of you remember those Mickey Mouse cartoons from the 1930s? The ones that were just put out on DVD a few years ago? Well, I hear there was one that was unreleased to even the most avid classic Disney fans. According to sources, it's nothing special. It's just a continuous loop, like Flintstones, of Mickey walking past 6 buildings that goes on for 2 or 3 minutes before fading out. Unlike the cutesy tunes put in, though, the song on this cartoon was not a song at all, just a constant banging on a piano for 1.5 minutes before going to white noise for the remainder of the film. It wasn't the jolly old Mickey we've come to love either. Mickey wasn't dancing, not even smiling, just kind of walking as if you or I were walking, with a normal facial expression, but for some reason, his head tilted side to side as he kept this dismal look. There's so many advertisements, guys, I'm sorry. Oh. Up until a year or 2 ago, everyone believed that after it cut to black and that was it. Wait. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, guys. There's so many ads. Up until a year or 2 ago, everyone believed that after it cut to black, that was it. When Leonard Maltin was reviewing the cartoon to be put in the complete series, he decided it was too junk to be on the DVD, but wanted to have a digital copy due to the fact that it was a creation of Walt. When he had a digitized version up on his computer to look at the file, he noticed something. The cartoon was actually 9 minutes and 4 seconds long. This is what my source emailed to me in full. He is a personal assistant of one of the higher executives at Disney and acquaintance of Mr. Maltin himself. After it cut to black, it stayed like that until the 6th minute, before going back into Mickey walking. The sound was different this time. It was a murmur. It wasn't a language, but more like a gurgled cry. As the noise got more indistinguishable and loud over the next minute, the picture began to get weird. The sidewalk started to go in directions that seemed impossible based on the physics of Mickey's walking, and the dismal face of the mouse was slowly curling into a smirk. On the 7th minute, the murmur turned into a blood-curdling scream, the kind of scream painful to hear, and the picture was getting more obscure. Colors were happening that shouldn't have been possible at the time. Mickey's face began to fall apart. His eyes rolled on the bottom of his chin like 2 marbles in a fishbowl, and his curled smile was pointing upward on the left side of his face. The buildings became rubble, floating in midair, and the sidewalk was still impossibly navigating in warped directions. A view seeming inconceivable with what we as humans know about direction. Mr. Maltin got disturbed and left the room, sending an employee to finish the video and take notes of everything happening up until the last second. And afterward, immediately stored the disc of the cartoon into the vault. This distorted screaming lasted until 8 minutes and a few seconds in. and then abruptly cuts to the Mickey Mouse face at the credits at the end of every video, with what sounded like a broken music box playing in the background. This happened for about 30 seconds, and whatever was in that remaining 30 seconds, I haven't been able to get a sliver of information about. From a security guard working under me who was making rounds outside of that room, I was told that after the last frame, the employee stumbled out of the room with pale skin saying, "Real suffering is not known," 7 times before speedily taking the guard's pistol and unaliving himself on the spot. The thing I could get out of Leonard Moulton was that the last frame was a piece of Russian text that roughly said, "The sights of hell bring its viewers back in." As far as I know, no one else has seen it, but there have been dozens of attempts at getting the film on rapid share by employees inside the studios, all of whom have been promptly terminated of their jobs. Whether it got online or not is up for debate, but if rumors serve me right, it's online somewhere under SMouse.avi. If you ever find a copy of the film, I want you to never view it and to contact me by phone immediately, regardless of the time. When a Disney unaliving is covered up as well as this, it means there has to be something huge. Get back to me. TR. I've yet to find a copy of this, but it is out there. I know it. So, what did you guys think of that story? I know my voice probably fits the creepiness vibe. But yeah, that story is kind of chilling if you think about it. Anyway, so this is one that actually, when I was in middle school, I heard about this because my sister met a friend in college who she's still friends with. I'm cool with that person too. And, they had actually watched the edited Creepypasta version, and it scared my sister so bad. I found it years later, and like from what she told me, I've been scared to watch it, but I found it years later. I watched it, and it is creepy, so for you horror fans, go find it. But it's not the most scary thing I've ever seen, you know? Okay, if you see a cut, it's because I was looking up a bunch of things online to explain to you the story, but go look it up yourself because I literally spent hours trying to find a picture from the cartoon I remember watching, couldn't find it. So, obviously, guys, thank you guys for watching. We will also have 2 Saturday videos because we went to an event for my sister's birthday, and I'll talk about that, and then we're gonna do the other 3 a.m. ritual. I will say that we only have, let me pull up my calendar. Okay, we only have 2 weeks left of videos for October, spooky season. Also, this week on Thursday, I'm uploading my podcast video, so please go watch, because next week, next week, I'm filming my next podcast episode next week. The week after, my podcast episode, coincidentally, is going up on Halloween this year, because Halloween is a Thursday. So the podcast episode is going up on Halloween, so make sure to watch that because my friend and I will be in our Halloween costumes, and we want to see if you can guess who we are. You're not going to guess who I am because it's such an obscure inside kind of, not really joke, but it's like a nickname somebody gives me is what I'm dressing up as, and then my friend is going to be somebody that you'll be able to figure out. So please go watch the podcast channel. It's been linked down below on some Nancy Drew videos. I think the last 2. So I think Sea of Darkness and Midnight in Salem. It's linked down below those. So please go give it a watch. You don't have to subscribe. Just at least if any of those stories are interesting to you, please go watch. We've got a lot more stories to come on that channel. We have so many we're going to tell. Anyway, if you made it through this video, thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you guys so much. Like, you guys mean the world to me. yeah, hopefully my voice will be cleared up before the 3 a.m. ritual and everything else. I do want to say one more thing. Last week's 3 a.m. ritual, the way that I got angry, I have never gotten angry on camera like that before. Minus the toxic friendship apricot video. That's the only other time I've gotten angry on like camera to you guys. I get upset because you have to give spirits respect. And I know I said it there, but I'm saying it with a more calm head here. Please give spirits the respect they deserve, because it's not hard. And if you want spirits to do something for you, do the ritual correctly. I wouldn't have been mad so much if this video this person had was like just them doing all the rules right. But since their title was labeled breaking the rules, it's like, that makes me mad that you would even think that breaking the rules is a good idea. So yeah, I just got a little angry because I think that was such a stupid decision, and you never want to break the rules of a ritual. But anyway, I'll get off my soapbox and I'll go get some rest so that I can sound better by the time I film the next 2 videos for you. So see you guys in the next video. Bye.